Hello, everyone. Welcome to this exciting episode of our podcast brought to you by CU Online, Chandigarh University's premier digital learning platform. I'm your host, Dr. Pankaj, and today we are diving into a topic that is transforming careers, industries, and the way we are consuming our content that is, media entrepreneurship. Do you know how digital creators turn ideas into thriving media businesses? Or how journalists, filmmakers, and content creators are reshaping the industry in the era of social media, AI, and independent platforms? The traditional media model is evolving rapidly, and with it, new opportunities and challenges are emerging for entrepreneurs in this space. To help us decode this fascinating world, we have with us a special guest, Professor Prabhjot Kaur, and an avid academician and expert in media ventures and digital innovation. She has been at the forefront of navigating the changing media landscape and empowering aspiring media entrepreneurs. She is also a media entrepreneur, owning her own YouTube channel, Podcast with Prabhkor, where she engages with diverse audiences. Professor Prabjot, welcome to this show. And we are delighted to have your company with us today. And we are hopeful that our learners will get new insights with your expertise in the field of media entrepreneurship. Thank you so
So much,
much.
sir. Thank you so much, sir, for inviting me here. And this is again, I would say, a great opportunity where we can discuss about new topics, about the things that can help us youngsters to achieve new heights.
Yes.
So definitely, thank you so much for invitation.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And ma'am, to start with the conversation, so please make us understand our learners as well that what media entrepreneurship is.
All right. So, as we are always talking about a media entrepreneurship, or when we are even dividing two words, media and entrepreneurship, then these are two very vibrant and very inspirational kind of a words. Media that every person is aware about. That we do have a lots of different kind of a media formats. We have radio, we have television, then we are having a print media that is covering newspapers and magazine, and on the other hand, we are having a digital media, right? In digital media we are having Instagram, Facebook, and every single stuff that our youngsters and even the oldies are using nowadays to
Yes.
get new information. And on the other hand, entrepreneurship is a very vibrant kind of a word, and something which is giving uh, aspirations and energy to youngsters so that they can follow their dreams. So when we are having a very simple kind of idea in our mind, then definitely we want that idea to implement in the society so that we can bring some change in the society. Along with that, we can also earn something out of it, because every person or every organization, when they are doing so that they can have a different kind of a benefit. So here this media entrepreneurship is something where they are having different kind of a products and services, and even we can talk about the ideas, generation of ideas, generation of the services, and then implementation of it in the same way, so that people can get information, they can consume it. And when we are having some existing system like that, we can replace it with something new. So this is all about media entrepreneurship. It's a very diverse topic actually.
Yeah, it is being said that the content is king nowadays because the proliferation of Netflix and other digital media tools or the platforms. So the content is, very diverse in nature, and the audiences are also diverse in nature. There's a youngster, there's the oldies, and are the professionals in diverse fields from the media, from the other things, corporates as well. So how do you see the change in the content? Because gone are the days when one had to wait for a long day over the night to get a regular newspaper at their doorstep. But now the content is available just a single click away. So the content is king. How content is changing with the needs of while keeping in mind the needs of the diverse audience.
All right. Actually, this is a very good question. When we are talking about the content is being a king, then definitely it's very true. And the more important part related to this thing is that in this digital era, earlier we were having a limited sources of information. We do having a sources where we can get knowledge, and we have to put very different kind of a hard work into it. But nowadays, we are having a bombarding of information.
Yeah.
Information is everywhere and anywhere. This is the biggest reason that when we have to pick the information, we have to be very, very careful that whether the information we are picking is right or not.
Yes.
Because bombarding is that.
Because fake news is also
Ex-
in the trend. The misinformation and disinformation is also the phenomena.
Exactly. This is the biggest aspect of today's time period because it's not about that you are receiving information. It's all about that are you receiving authentic information or not? Because the information that is available there can spread rumors also. If it's not exact or correct or authentic information, then definitely the kind of a chain it is going to create can impact our society negatively,
Yes, yes.
right? Immensely.
Yeah.
That is why it is going to be the huge or the bigger responsibility of those content creators, whatsoever the things they are creating. But in the digital media, as we are seeing that there are a number of creators and they are having a lesser social responsibility and more of the need of the art so that they can get name, fame, and the kind of money that they are earning. Because everyone is aware about the kind of money they are making because of this digital media.
Yeah.
This is a reason. It's in the hand of our consumers that whatsoever the information they are consuming, they have to be very, very extra careful, I would say.
Yeah.
Because once you are, okay, I would like to give you one example.
Yeah.
When you are eating something, we are being very, very careful that whether I have to go with the carbs or whether I have to go with the proteins
Protein.
or is it a good for my health or not.
Yes,
We think
exactly.
very, very careful for that,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes.
But when we are consuming a kind of a content, then we are consuming, we are scrolling.
Scrolling whatever is coming down.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Whether you are checking YouTube, whether you are checking Instagram, though you are having in your mind that it's just 5 minutes, I have to spend 5 minutes only. But you have no idea when that 5 minutes are getting converted into 1 hour.
Yes, exactly. It happens.
Right? And you are not aware about the content that is feeding you, that is feeding your mind. And once that idea, once that information is in your mind, you cannot delete it.
Yes, yes.
Person needs to be extra careful, extra smart and intellectual if they want to learn, relearn and de-learn.
Yes.
Because nowadays this is way more important. You constantly have to learn. You have to learn things, whatsoever the things you're getting in the society or whatsoever can help you to achieve something. You have to learn. And if it's helping you, then you have to relearn so that you can go into the depth of it as we are doing in the research part,
Yes,
right?
yes, ma'am.
And if it is not helping you out, and if you are thinking that this information is not related to you or is not achieving the kind of a goal or not helping you to achieving the kind of a goals, then you have to de-learn it.
Yes, yes.
That is why it is a kind of a mutual responsibility of a content creators and a responsibility of a consumers because we are actually telling them that what kind of a content we want to consume.
Okay.
They will create something
Yes.
that they are getting maximum likes about. Okay, I would like to give you one example of my podcast.
Hmm.
When I am choosing the topics, I am choosing a diverse topics.
Yeah.
I am picking topics that is related to Punjab's history, that is related to Sikhism, and even that is related to our. Sometimes it is related to law. Sometimes it
Yes, diverse audiences.
yeah, because of a diverse audience. And when I'm creating that kind of episodes, after 2 or 3 days, the kind of responses I'm getting, the anticipation is telling me whether they are liking it or not. And I am surprised to see that sometimes I'm having this idea that this particular topic will hit. And it's not hitting like that.
I think this is the beauty of the this digital, this thing.
Random.
Yes. So you will get
Random.
to see the responses as well.
Exactly. It is something that everything is a random here. Randomness is a beautiful because you're having something in your mind, but the kind of results you're getting is changing altogether algorithm, different scenarios.
Yes, yes.
Then you are like, okay, so this means audience preferring this topic 1 year back, but they are not into it now.
And everybody is running about monetizing their channel. So here comes the role of the content, the type of content you are giving to the audiences. So it will automatically will leverage the chance of getting monetize your channel.
Pankaj sir, the main part is that when you are starting something like this, then you have to be very clear about your objectives. See, not everyone is after the monetization. Some people are having the kind of ideas or objectives that I want to give something to my society. But when I had started my channel, I was having this idea that I was blessed to have my grandparents and they were teaching me kind of anecdotes or information regarding Sakhis,
Oh.
right? Sakhis of Guru Nanak Dev Ji, Guru Gobind Singh Ji, right?
Yeah.
I've been raised in the family in the kind of atmosphere where we used to tell about those stories and I know the kind of a deep rooted my connection with the Sikhism.
Hmm.
So, what kind of a content we are checking is not something that is helping our youngsters. Youngsters mean the kind of a toddlers we are having, and once they will be youngsters. So, I was having this kind of a thought in my mind that I have to create something which can help
Uh,
the next generation to get information about something, at least about the roots.
yes.
So I have started with the one video where I was showing a proper video of my village. My village is a Patadkala. I have shown everything related to village, proper Galina of Pind, right?
Yeah.
And the kind of experience, how they are having a milking process.
Yeah, I have seen that video. Yeah, yeah. The saag process and all. Like,
Exactly. Why I created that, so that at least whosoever is coming to watch my channel, they can see that what kind of a roots I'm having, like kind of information I can share with them. And afterwards, I have started with a different kind of a topics. Though it's not that I was the only one who is picking that topic. People are also they're already talking about it.
yes.
But my responsibility was that I'm trying to come up with the kind of information where people can get authentic information out of it.
Hmm.
So that was my objective. And
Yes.
this is how every single person, when they're creating channels, because digitalization or of content and that this digital medium, that can be a beauty of it, and that can be, I would say, curse of it. That we don't have any kind of filters on it. We don't have any kind of a limitation. Whatsoever is in your mind, you can create stuff.
Yes. Our government is trying hard to get it regulated, but
Regulated.
there are certain challenges.
Exactly, because we do have organizations, communities, authorities that are regulating our satellite channels, but we don't have anything that is satelliting this podcast industry, this
Yes.
YouTube channels, and even the other parts. So when you are, exploring YouTube or the other platforms, then you have to just write it down one word.
Yeah.
Whether you are from 10th age, I mean, you can be a 10-year-old
Yes.
kid, and you can be a 60 years old person. The kind of a content they won't you know
Segregate.
yeah, they won't judge you with that. If you're writing something, you are going to get that kind of a content.
So it is available for all. Sea of information is available.
Yes, abundance of information.
Yes. Yes.
Bombarding of information, this is what I'm saying, can be a
So don't you think it is a challenge for the media entrepreneurs as well, because the content is available for everyone and everyone is creating content? So what specialization you are having and you are creating the content for them? So this is seen as a challenge, I think.
I can say that in both ways. It can be a challenge, and it can be a kind of thing which is giving you lots of opportunities.
Hmm.
Challenges for those who are not able to change with the scenario, but opportunity for those who do have something different in their mind and they want that information to the channel. Okay, I would like to give you one another example.
Hmm.
When we are talking about opportunities, that not everyone who is capable, who is talented, they can go to satellite channels and they can work over there, because we know that the limitations.
Yes.
I can have a very good voice, but I cannot be a radio jockey. I have tried my best, but radio stations aren't giving me any kind of a chance. That means I am not getting that kind of a chances.
Hmm.
But this digital media is something that I'm having a good voice, I am having a good knowledge about a certain content, and then I can start with my podcast. I can start with the certain things. So the kind of opportunities we are getting because of this digital media is a way more beautiful thing.
Yes.
Challenge can be for
You don't need any kind of mediator in this.
yes, you don't need that. But on the other hand, there is another very important aspect. On those satellite channels, there is a gatekeeping. They know what kind of information can go and cannot go, and we should, restrain. But here, you have to be the person, you can be, you have to be the conscious person of your judgment, and you have to be very conscious that whether I have to put this kind of information on internet or not. Because
Yes.
once
It
it's
is viral.
uploaded, it's viral.
Yes.
It's viral.
Yes.
And it can give positive impacts, but it can influence it otherwise also.
Yes.
That is the bad thing, I would say. But yes, we see, whenever things are coming, they're coming with the both ways. We don't have that kind of a balanced approach. Might be satellite channels can have that balanced approach, but this digital media is having the beauty in that part only.
So we have talked a lot about misinformation, disinformation, fake news as well. So apart from digital media, digital era, so we are also have entered to the AI, artificial intelligence driven era also. So, how do you think the artificial intelligence is doing with the digital media? With the sea of information is already available. So, is it a boon or a bane?
Again, I would say that we cannot pick one side here. And every single time, whenever we are talking about extremes of it, because
Yeah.
now you can see that AI is something that can be helpful for one person or for one community and can be the something which is impacting it adversely, right? AI has changed the scenario of information. They have changed the scenario for digital media also.
Hmm.
We have lots of news channels. We do have radio stations as well. They have started with their AI anchors and AI radio jockeys.
Yes, yes.
That means I don't need a person.
Yeah.
But once you're talking about a human emotions, you need to have a person with those emotions,
Yes, yes.
right?
Yeah.
Because when I'm saying that I am writing something, and in that writing, if I'm connecting with my audience, only then they can be with me for a longer time period.
Yes.
Okay. Here, I think I can share my anecdote.
Hmm.
Uh, I have worked with the television industry and for radio industry for almost 1 decade, right?
Okay.
I do have experience related to those parts, but I haven't written any kind of a feature or article official like that on that particular way.
Okay.
My friends told me that you have information about your writings. I think you should just give a little bit, kind of a practice to that part. I have started writing something and I have written about my college life. It was like a nostalgic experience of me with my friends and the kind of experiences we all had. I have completed it and I have sent it to the Tribune.
Okay.
Surprisingly, day after tomorrow,
Hmm.
I have received one random call.
Okay.
Then received 30, 40, 50 random calls.
Oh. Okay.
And they all were talking about my article because it was published.
Okay.
I haven't checked newspaper on that particular day.
Okay.
It was published. And then I was getting that idea that when you are creating something, it's not about writing only. Even when you are creating content for digital media also,
It's about impact actually.
connections.
Connect.
About connection. If you are connecting with their emotions now, then they will definitely get in touch with you. They will talk about it and they will be your loyal listeners, loyal audience.
Loyal.
This is the main part about the content creation and about this. Rather, you can talk about so many things that AI can do this or that or that. But once we are talking about a human emotions, because we are, if I am talking to you, and we can be your friends also.
Yes.
Why we are having a friends? Because we are sharing.
Yes.
We are receiving and we are giving. It's a both ways, right?
Yes.
That can be exchange of ideas, that can be exchange of emotions, that can be exchange of everything,
Yes.
right? This is how we are coming into one relationship. Ghosty, your even with your parents. This is possible when you are having with a human. This is not possible with the AI.
Yes.
In the same way, the kind of a content you are creating with the help of a AI would definitely be the different than the content we are creating with the human psychology.
As a podcaster, you are covering people from diverse backgrounds, politicians, sports persons, or the people from the diverse social groups as well. So, whom do you think that they are the most loyal audiences and they are still connected with you? What do you think about it?
Actually, I have, this is my experience with the journey of my podcast that we can't say that they are loyal to one person. Actually, people wants to know about a different stuff. So let's suppose that there are 10% and 10% is having a different kind of a knowledge or their experiences. Because again, I would say
Yeah.
every person is having their own baggages,
Yeah.
own historical perspectives,
Yeah.
own stuff, and which is making them different than other. Every human being is a different because of their experiences, because of their emotions, the
Yeah.
kind of things they are carrying throughout their life. So once you are, sharing that kind of information with the public, people will automatically connect with you. So sometimes I can consider that this is a bigger name, and this podcast will viral.
Yes.
It's not getting viral. On the other hand, I have done one podcast with the truck driver.
Okay.
And that person was just sharing about the difficulties of his day-to-day life, the kind of thing, the kind of challenges that they are facing in this industry, especially truck-related industry. And that the particular reels of that podcast was viral. People were liking it because we know that our NRI audiences, they are very much connected with the truck-related stuff. है ना, Punjabis
Yeah.
in Canada or even in other countries also.
Okay.
So this is my stuff that they want something new.
That's what we are talking about, na? Content
Yes,
key.
yes, content is key and something new. If you are coming up with some different, new, or that kind of a content which can create something positive in their life, kind of a positive impact in their life, then definitely that is a hit.
So we can take it as a takeaway that in media entrepreneurship, your content should be new, creative, and should be designed in such a way that it could attract the attention of your audience.
Exactly. That.
So that's the main point.
Exactly.
And so, what would you like to say to our online learners with the Chandigarh University who are aspiring media managers, aspiring media entrepreneurs? And so, what kind of message you want to give to them?
I would like to say that whenever you are having something in your mind that you want to do this, don't delay. Start working on it. Instantly start working on it. And once you're having the kind of a courage, you are, you have to go with the plannings, proper plannings that this is something, these are the paths I have to achieve time by time. And once you're having that kind of a part, you're starting with it, make sure that you are not losing consistency. Mark my words, consistency is a key. I have started with the 2 subscribers and now I'm having a 21,000 subscribers. And the kind of a love, the kind of affection that I'm getting from my audience is immense. And I haven't achieved the kind of a things that I can say that I have achieved that kind of success. No, I'm still on the process, but this is my personal experience. But that if you are having the courage, if you are confident enough, and if you are having the kind of strictness and rigidness in your nature that I have to be consistent in this work, then definitely everything, whatsoever the thing you want to achieve in your life, nothing is impossible.
So, thank you so much, Prabjot ma'am, for your inspiring words and sparing your time with us. And it's time to conclude this podcast. And the key takeaway is that our media entrepreneurs can take a lesson from this podcast and they can come up with new ideas. They can initiate them and they can create unique content and they can excel in their journey as well. So, thank you so much for watching this podcast, and we will come up with the next podcast. Till then, keep learning, happy learning. Thank you.